Well, the midweight adventure bike battle just got interesting. If you've been shopping for a middleweight adventure bike lately, you've probably noticed something. It's no longer about who builds the biggest engine or who claims the highest horsepower. Riders are becoming a lot more practical. They're looking for a bike that can tackle a weekend in the mountains, survive a gravel road, commute to work on Monday morning, and still leave enough money in the bank for fuel. In other words, versatility has become the new performance. So having said that, let's take a look at 5 of the biggest players fighting for your hard-earned cash in the American midweight adventure market. Number 1, KTM's 890 Adventure R. Yes, we'll start with the wild child of this group. The KTM 890 Adventure R isn't trying to be everyone's friend. It isn't interested in making your daily commute more relaxing or your morning coffee run more comfortable. This thing wants dirt. Its 889cc parallel twin pumps out 105 horsepower and delivers its power with all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. Twist the throttle and it responds instantly. Sounds like fun, actually. Long travel, white power Explore suspension, serious ground clearance, and the classic 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheel combination make it one of the most capable off-road machines you can buy without entering a rally. At around 200 kilograms, it's surprisingly agile too. Electronics are comprehensive with multiple riding modes, adjustable traction control, and off-road ABS, but make no mistake, this isn't an adventure touring bike that can handle dirt. It's basically a dirt bike that just happens to be road legal. Yeah, that one sounds pretty good to me. Next up, we've got Suzuki's V-Strom 800DE. If KTM represented the adrenaline junkie, then Suzuki is the sensible mate who always remembers to pack a first aid kit. And that's not a criticism, it's just an observation. The V-Strom 800DE might just be the smartest all-round package here. Its 776cc parallel twin with a 270-degree crank produces a healthy 83 horsepower, but Suzuki has concentrated on smooth, predictable torque instead of headline numbers, a la KTM. And that's exactly what you want when you're covering hundreds of kilometres or picking your way through a rocky trail. The suspension is softer than the KTM, making long days in the saddle considerably more comfortable, while the electronics are refreshingly simple. Traction control, switchable rear ABS, and different riding modes. That's simple nowadays, by the way. Everything you actually need without feeling like you're trying to configure a laptop every time you stop for fuel. Yes, I've got a Zonti's 368G scooter that's a bit like that. Anyway, the V-Strom isn't trying to win any spec sheet competitions. It's simply trying to be the bike you can ride absolutely anywhere. Now, Yamaha Ténéré 700. Now we come to what many riders consider the benchmark. The Yamaha Ténéré 700 has developed something of a cult following, and it's not difficult to understand why. Powered by Yamaha's incredibly reliable CP2 engine, the 689cc twin produces around 80 horsepower, but numbers really aren't the point here. What riders love is the engine's smooth, predictable delivery and the bike's wonderfully honest personality. There's very little electronic intervention, just you and the motorcycle. And whatever trail you've decided was a good idea 5 minutes ago. Its long travel suspension, generous fuel range, and legendary rideability have made it one of the most common sights on America's backcountry discovery routes. Sometimes less really is more. Next up, we have the ever popular CFMOTO 800E. Now here's where things get really interesting. CFMOTO isn't trying to beat everyone at one particular thing. Instead, they're asking a different question. What if we simply gave riders more? The Ibex 800E packs a 799cc parallel twin producing 94 horsepower, putting it right in the thick of the performance battle. It's the equipment list that really grabs your attention. Fully adjustable KYB suspension, J-Juan brakes, Bosch cornering ABS, a full colour TFT display, Bluetooth connectivity, multiple riding modes, adjustable traction control, and a slipper clutch. It's the sort of specification you'd normally expect on a considerably more expensive motorcycle. Think Ducati, BMW, guys. And then you notice the price. Starting at just over $10,000 US, the Ibex undercuts most of its competition by thousands. That's making a lot of established manufacturers look over their shoulders. Next up, we have the Aprilia Tuareg 660. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Finally, we have the most underrated motorcycle in this competition, the Aprilia, I'm not saying that word again, 660. Rather than chasing outright power, Aprilia has focused on keeping things light and beautifully balanced. This is a really attractive looking motorcycle, guys. It really made my head turn when I first saw it. Its 659cc twin produces around 80 horsepower, but thanks to its relatively low weight, the Tuareg feels incredibly agile both on and off the road. The suspension has genuine rally DNA, allowing the bike to glide across rough terrain with impressive confidence. Electronic rider aids are present, but thankfully they stay in the background. They're there to help, not to take over. If the KTM feels like a rally racer, the Suzuki feels like a dependable tourer, and the Yamaha feels gloriously mechanical, then the Aprilia somehow sits neatly in the middle of all three. So, who's winning? Now, this is the fascinating part. There really isn't a winner anymore. The adventure bike market has matured beyond simple horsepower figures. Every manufacturer now is targeting a different type of rider. KTM builds the hardcore off-road weapon. Suzuki offers dependable versatility. Yamaha sticks with proven simplicity. Aprilia delivers lightweight agility. And CFMOTO, while they're shaking things up by offering premium features at prices that traditional brands are finding increasingly difficult to ignore. The real question isn't which bike is best, it's which one best suits the way you actually ride. So if someone handed you the keys to one of these tomorrow, which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. It's Mike from Moto2, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.